It's your boy J Dose, man. You watching my interview on the Untold interview.
Got J Dose in the building.
Hey, what's up, man? What's going on, man?
J Dose, man. Listen, man. A lot of people don't know that I actually interviewed you in 2016.
Right.
We had a radio station up Upper Darby called Rap Box. Mm-hmm. You gave a dope behind interview, man. And when I reached out to you initially, I thought you wasn't even gonna respond back, but you respond back like ASAP, and we made it happen, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it bring us here. Now I got a new platform. It's called the Untold interview, man. Mm-hmm. Welcome.
All right.
Listen, give everybody a backdrop of who is J Dose, where you from.
All right. My name J Dose, man. I'm from Philly. I'm just a genuine person, man. Real rat. You feel me? Like, I've been through my little trials and tribulations, and that's about it, man. You know, music is my life. You feel me?
Now let me ask you something. What part of Philadelphia is you from?
Like my mom moved 23 times. You know, like so. I've been to 12 different schools. So, but it was more so like in the area of like West Oak Lane, Onley, Feltonville, Frankfurt, like those connected areas, like, you feel me? And there's a lot of people who've moved to those particular areas as well too, so, you know what I mean? Yeah, I can't really put a finger on exactly one particular place I grew up, you know what I mean?
Right. So how was it like growing up in Philly for you?
Like I said, man, it's just like, it was kind of tough, like considering that, like I was always like, the only child, was very secluded. Like I said, I moved so many times. Every year I had to make new friends. You feel what I'm saying? So I was like intellectually advanced than a lot of kids. You feel me? Like I was fucking 4 years old in the first grade. You feel me? So like being intellectually advanced and also being structured to be secluded in life as a child. You feel me? You kind of stare people, people kind of lose attention to what you be saying a lot of times. And I noticed that with a lot of rappers and shit like that, man. I noticed that with a lot of rappers that, you know, our minds go so many different directions. And that's also attributes to us rapping and the ability for us to create lyrics and be able to touch so many subjects in one verse. Type, right. You know what I mean? Because, you know, I always say what applies to one applies to all. Like, if you hear rappers like Meek Mill, you hear one of his verses, you're like, wow, how does this dude think of so many things at one time to put in one verse? Like, he touches so many different subjects, and the way his brain works is that he might have a bit of ADD because his brain goes here, his mind goes here, his thoughts go here. He's inquisitive about this and that, and that's the way my mind was programmed. And I notice a lot of rappers deal with that. That our minds go so many different directions. You know what I mean? And then we apply that. Once we apply that on the paper, it's articulated very eloquently. Like, oh, okay, he's talking about this, he's talking about that. He's able to make a punchline about this, a metaphor about that. He's just taking so many different dynamics, man. And that's what also kind of like fucked me up with friendships with a lot of people, because I could talk about sports, we could talk about females, we could talk about clothes, sneakers, or whatever, but when it comes to what I want to talk about as far as just life and things of that nature, you know, a lot of kids are going to lose attention. They're not trying to hear that.
Right. How you come up with J Dose?
Well, my man gave it to me from high school. You know what I'm saying? He gave it to me probably around 10th grade. He was like, you know, we gotta give you a name. And I'm like, all right, bet. What name should you give me? He was like, C Dose. I said, no.
C-Dose.
I was like, my name start with a J. It gotta be J Dose. So yeah, man. So I just went with J Dose, man. Yeah. So
was the Math Hoffa your first battle that took place up in New York?
It actually was. Yeah. That was my only battle at the time, it was my only battle from New York. It had a lot to do with me putting in a lot of groundwork in Philly. You know, I battled dudes like Joey Jihad, NH, Quilly Mills, Tech Nine, Young High, everybody except for Reed and Meek. I was supposed to battle Meek. That's why me and Meek still, when I see Meek, we always talk because we share the same engineering and stuff like that. but I always feel like he holds some type of grudge towards me, cause it's like when you're supposed to battle, it's like supposed to fight.
Right.
And if a person back down from a fight, he always gonna feel some type of way about you. It's like
Hold up, you back down from that battle?
Me backing down? Why would I back down?
Oh, he did.
Yeah, that's why I had to battle Frankie with the Grippers going the first time on 15 and 60 more.
Okay.
Cause Meek battled my man at who I was with, your Nagels. If you look on YouTube, he's battling Nagels, and then he beat Nagels. But the person who was filming his name was Kurt. He was an old head who had the Concrete Jungle DVD. He's the one who came out with the coldest one ever back in the day.
That, yeah.
And he knew about me. He already knew me. He was like, yo, Dose. No. Battle Meek, Dose. The old head. And these old heads are the ones who set up battles, especially the DVD. So Meek looking like, yeah, he's like, yeah, battle him. Yeah, battle him. I'm like, let's go. And then Meek like, man, I'm high. I just read. I'm like, what, bro? And this is before Meek was Meek. Before anybody really heard him. You used to only heard him on Headshots mixtapes.
Okay.
Before Headshots DVD came out, any of that. So it wasn't, no. So I'm like, all right, what's up? So a more notable guy came up who just came from too off in the streets, which was Frankie with the Grippers going. He popped up. I'm like, I'll battle him, man. I got this. So ever since then, Miko is like, it was always a funny, like, it wasn't a funny vibe. It was just like, he ain't fuck with me vibe. Cause I remember after I battled Joey Jihad, had invited me to the studio, which was my man's bedroom at the time.
You battled Joey Jihad?
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah, I battled Joey Jihad, and Joey Jihad called the dude who set it up, that videotaped it.
Okay.
Behind my back and told him not to drop the video. Because me and Dose is frat partners now. I'm like, Equip calls me. That's his name, Equip. And I was like, yo, Equip, when that battle dropped between me and Had, he like, Had didn't tell you, Had told me not to drop it. He said, y'all cool, y'all front. What that got to do with the battle though, bro? So this what's going on right now? The politics, you know what I mean? Luckily my man had a little video camera and he taped it, but it wasn't the same because it sounded fuzzy. It was like, it wasn't a official camera.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It was all staticky and fuzzy, but yeah. But anyway, Joey J had invited me to my man Tanner's studio, which was his bedroom, and everybody was there, the whole Bloodhounds, the whole Headshots, whatever, Go Getters. And I shake everybody. Everybody showing me like, hey, what's up, bro? What's going on? And the only person who gave me a funny shake was Meek. He's like, I didn't know why he felt some type of way toward, and I knew. I'm like, all right, whatever. But I give Meek this type of credit. People wonder why Meek made it and everybody else didn't. Because when I was there at the studio, the only person who had rap book with him, with rap, it was like a big ass art tablet. And it was words like a Bible scripture written all over the art tablet. And the back of it was the same thing, words. I'm like, dang, this nigga. And Meek was the only person. He had that. Wow, we all come there like, yeah, we about to spit some shit we already know. No, this nigga was ready. This nigga had front and back. Like, you feel me? Like, this nigga Meek was prepared. And that's why he made out of everyone else. He put in that work. While we was lazy as shit, niggas would write raps once every 3 months. This nigga was like, but, you know what I'm saying? But back to what I was saying, like, I knew Meek felt some type of way because after that Math rematch, he posted on his Instagram talking about, oh, this is the funniest shit ever. It's like, damn, bro, what's so funny, bro? I'm not even he the one, Math the one cracking all the jokes. Also, I'm lost. What's so funny? Like, feel me? I mean, that's before he got locked up for Pop Willie and he archived or deleted all his pictures on Instagram. He had posted that, like, oh, this is the funniest shit ever. Like, so.
Now, how did that battle between you and Math, happen?
At the time, like I said, I was battling everybody. Like, you feel me? Hattie, everybody. And I had just battled NH at the Sneaker Villa tournament, and Big Will was on the phone with Smack, and Smack wanted Cicero at the time. You know, Cicero was signed under him or whatever, but Cicero ain't want to battle. So Big Will was like, man, I got Dose. To Smack. Smack like, what the fuck is that? Who's Dose? And Big Will was like, look, this dude done battled everybody. All them top battle rappers you hear in Philly, Dose battled them. and he ain't lose. He's like, and Big Will, Smack knew about NH because NH had just battled T-Rex, which is another prominent battle rapper in New York. So he's like, what up with NH? And Big Will was like, those just beat NH. Like, he beat him. Like, I ain't say this, NH my man, I ain't say this. But that's what Big Will said. I guess to sell me to Smack. Smack was like, yo, bring him to New York. So now I'm in the hood like, yo, I'm about to get on Smack DVD. I never think I'd get on it. It's the biggest DVD in the world, like Smack. So Big Will he pull up on me, push up on me. He got all his artists in the wheel. He got the minivan or whatever. And you know, I had to get in the trunk. So I rode up there in New York in the trunk of the van.
That's wild.
Yeah, but I was that hungry. I'm a humble person, man. I come from humble beginnings, man. So yeah, I had to ride up there in the trunk of the van.
Well, that's paying dues. I know a lot of people that had to, you know what I'm saying, go on tours with big time artists. You know what I'm saying? They had to do what they had to do. You know what I'm saying, to get there.
Yeah.
At that time that y'all going up to New York. Now, was that in a gym, or where was you guys at?
It might have been a gym. It might have been one of them joints in the school where, like, it's half a gym, half auditorium. You know, some schools got that where they can't afford both. They would just have it at all in one. So it might have been that, but I thought it was an auditorium.
Okay.
And with that battle, man, I didn't know how I was able to battle there. Like, I was excited because to bring the entire Philly repertoire there, like you know, like I had a bit of everyone in me as far as like stylistically, you know, like Kobe would mention how he had Jordan's fadeaway, AI crossover, and made it who he was, like just somebody miscellaneous with everything assembled, like hodgepodge. That's how I was in Philly. Like, I took everybody's, I feel as though their best attribute. Like, it was like taking Steph Curry's three, taking LeBron's dunking, like, that's what I did with Philly. Like, I listened to every rapper in Philly. I was an ardent fan of Philly battle rap underground wise. You know what I'm saying? Well, just rap wise. And I took everybody's style and I just thought I presented on the stage at the Smack, you know, for Smack and whatever like that, the case may be. But man, I remember battling on that stage, man, and knowing I can't rap on that stage because the vocal, like vocally, you can't really rap on that stage.
Right.
I mean, it came out sounding okay.
So y'all didn't have like no mics, no nothing?
No mics, but like, it's hard to really explain unless you're a battle rapper of how to rap vocally on a stage. Because at the time, it was before everything was structured on how to rap vocally on stage. This is why they rap the way they rap. They're stylistically, if you hear battle rappers, they'll da 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 da. Because it's like when you rap without a mic and on stage vocally, your sound is so expanded. It's not like, you know,
like closed in.
Like, you know how I can talk and I instantly already, there's no delays. It's like rapping on a mic and then you hear delay. That's how I was rapping on that stage. It was a way of, I had to project my voice an entirely different way that I wasn't accustomed to. So it was like, niggas can't handle those. Yeah, I heard you handle Brit. It sounded crazy. I'm like, yo, this shit's gonna sound stupid as shit. When they like, but as I was going progressively and gradually, people were like, I just knew my bars were another level, another notch. People don't understand my mind capacity. Like, I don't like to sound like I'm bragging or just being a bit flamboyant in regards to my mental capacity, bro. Like, my intelligence is somewhere light years. Like, I still hear people say my shit. Like, niggas would rap my raps right now, like steal my shit and rap them now, and people would think they knew. And that's what made me not want to rap or battle rap in particular right now, because I'm too advanced. My mind is too advanced. Like, bro, I'm the only nigga in the hood that read all about Isaac Newton, Pierre Simon Laplace, Edmund Halley, He studied Edmund Halley is who predicted the meteor would come back. Fucking Einstein, the theory of relativity, and all that, bro. Socrates, Aristotle, Plato. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like real rap, bro. I read up on all that shit, bro. Like, the allegory of the cave with Plato and shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm big on science, mathematics, all shit. My mind works like a computer, bro. So it's like, for a nigga to be from the streets and just have that mental capacity, like, bro, it's different, bro. Like, you feel me? Like my mind is somewhere else, bro. Like, I say shit. I can say shit enough. Like I mentioned fucking Einstein, like how 4 dimension, time and space, like that's how my lyrics are. It's like 4 dimensions, you feel me? Like, you feel me? Like, you gonna need a new mathematical framework to understand my shit, bro. Like, that's how advanced I am. And I think that's why I'm at fault at the same time, simultaneously, because it's too advanced for minds to a point where people blame my delivery, because I'm able to say triple entendres, double entendres so fluently without having to break it down like these battle rappers who don't have the capability to say as fluent as me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can say some regular words and it'll mean 3 things at once, and commenters and viewers will say, oh, it's because it's delivery. He's not. No, they made it so they weren't as skilled as I am. They didn't have the adept. They weren't adept as I am as far as lyricism. So they had to break down their lyrics for you to understand it, where I can say so much and don't have to break it down because I'm so I have so much fluidity with my lyricism. It's hard to explain. It's hard to articulate, man, because it's gonna go over heads. And it's crazy. I'm in a point in my life where I love to be humble, and I embrace humbleness. So by me talking about myself in this facet, bro, I don't like it, but it's the only way to describe my lyricism, bro. Like, real rap, I'm advanced. I'm on another level, bro. Like, one day people are gonna watch my battles and they're gonna find out quadruple and triple entendres that they never heard before, that they didn't catch 10 years prior. Like, even when I keep telling people I'm so ahead of myself, I had to remind myself I'm beyond.
Yeah, that was my favorite bar.
Simultaneously beyond myself so fast, I had to time myself, look at the clock and surprise myself. I don't want to get beside myself, but there ain't no competition beside myself. No competition beside myself? Like, bro, and if I tie myself, then I'm by myself? Like, think about it, bro. I'm sitting by this thing right here, but if this was myself, then I'd be by myself. But by my, like, bro, like it
can go over people's heads if they don't catch on,
bro. Like I was telling you about the lyrics I said in the Philly battle, bro, that I'm mad about, bro, that didn't come out clear with the mics and shit.
Right.
Like, I had a battle with Don't Flop. Was it Don't Flop? Yeah, that's what it's called, Don't Flop. From the UK dudes, they're real cool dudes, man. I fuck with them, earn them. But I had some lyrics that it's going over heads, you know what I'm saying? And they basic lyrics. But you know what I know that's like indicative of what I'm saying, that makes what I'm saying valid, is like, bro, the lines where I would like be reluctant to write or say, like, no, this is too simple. They're the lines that people go crazy over, bro. And that was like sure the case. It wasn't, to them it's complex though.
Okay. Oh wow. Okay.
Like, you feel me? Like, I would like when I remember I was battling in New York and I was battling, I forgot that dude's name. Ladize, I think it was like, and I said the most basic line that I was thinking so hard on not putting down. Like, dog, should I say this shit, bro? This sound basic as shit. That was the line they went crazy over. I'm like, yo, that's really indicative, bro, of my style. And don't get me wrong, there's a lot of rappers and lyricists, like, far as just battle rappers who has punchlines just as crazy as mine.
Right.
But the difference between me and them is that I can say it fluidly. Oh, the difference between me and them is like, I can really just say it fluidly, like, just like without having to force it for you to understand it.
Right.
And I get it that maybe it's bad on my behalf to do it in that facet because it's not catering to the crowd, but I can cater. But it's like, I don't understand. I think their flaws is what helped them be able to cater to the crowd, because their flaws is what they're flawed in is not being able to actually rap and just know how to say punchlines and metaphors. So it became very easy for them to cater punchlines and metaphors to a crowd, because they conditioned themselves to cater it to themselves first. If that makes sense.
That makes sense.
If you can't rap and all you can make is punchlines and metaphors, you're repeating it to yourself constantly, being redundant in that regard. So you repeating it to someone else to understand that same facet, it's easier versus somebody who just writes raps and it comes second nature and it's come fluid, like without force. And what I mean by without force is like I can say a normal sentence and it will go over your head because it's a normal sentence. You get what I'm saying? You would take it as a normal sentence. Like I spoke about Plato's allegory of the cave, where it's more about you gotta look beyond physical and materialistic meaning and dig deep. So the normal sentence is the physical, materialistic shit, but it's so much beyond that normal sense. Like, you know what I mean? Like I would say some shit like have you mourning. I say I have everybody. Fuck up. I say some shit like I just come up with some shit like have everybody mourning when they find you sleeping awake. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you know how you sleeping awake. You ever been sleeping awake?
Yeah.
No, so I'm saying like hey, you mourning. You know, you see the morning and now you sleeping awake. No, well, everybody's mourning, now you sleeping awake.
Funeral talk.
Right. Sleep and awake. Sleep and awake. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but it's normal. It'll be a normal sense. Like, yo, how you sleeping awake? But this ain't a good morning. I say some shit like that.
Right. And just hit them with, okay, I got you.
Because they mourning you.
Right.
And you're sleeping and awake. But sleep and awake. You know what I'm saying? You get the example I'm making?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like real rap, like, cause so like that's how I was structured. That's how I'm wired to say stuff so fluid. Like I'm saying it, as opposed to not really understanding how to cater rap verses. So I gotta break it down, cause that's just my style. Cause I don't know how to rap to begin with. All I know is punchlines and battle lines. Get what I'm saying?
Right. Let me ask you something. Your first battle that everyone know you for is the one with Math Hoffa. That was at the stadium, the arena, the auditorium up in New York.
Yeah.
Was Math the person that you was initially supposed to battle?
I wasn't. To be honest, I didn't know anybody.
Okay.
So for me to decipher that and distinguish Matt from anybody else, I didn't know anybody. I mean, I'm sure he says he was supposed to battle T-Rex, but me, I was just coming there to battle.
Okay.
It wasn't anybody in particular. It was just, yo, Dose, we gonna have you battle. We gonna have you battle on Smack DVD. You know what I mean? So.
What kicked off the tension? Was it tension before you guys battled?
Yeah.
Okay. What kicked that off?
Cause he can identify the environment. Math, he's a very smart dude. He can identify the environment. He can identify what can catapult his career, what can at a time when you're excited about catapulting your career. It's the infancy stages of rap, battle rap for you. You're looking at the picture, you're looking at everything, and you're like, well, okay, these dudes, bunch of kids, bro. They ain't from outside their city, and they talking that tough shit. I could be bully guy. I could be the bully right here. I could put this facade on and look good. So I could bully them and get away with it. You know, people are more calculated than you think, especially a battle rapper whose whole concept of thinking is being calculated. You know what I mean? And throwing the haymaker. Don't let that go over your head. That was you know what I'm saying? Real rap. But he used that same concept. I knew him. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, he peeped it. I'm like, look at these dudes. So when he came in, everybody I'm with is probably like 5. The tallest is like outside of me is probably like 5'6". You know what I'm saying? It was easy to peep it out, bro. And that's what made me not believe who he was. Because, you know what I'm saying? I say that stuff in my third round. It's like made me not believe, cause we didn't look tough. It's easy. So for somebody to cling on to that, you know what I mean? Cause we didn't look tough, and someone to feel like this can boost their career and make them seem bigger than what they are by attacking something smaller than what they are, says a lot about your character. Cause tough guys go after tough guys.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Did your broom touch his face at all?
I don't think. See, the thing is, the outside world believes what they believe because it's narrated. It's stigmatic. Once you say one thing, it becomes stigmatic. It's like a bleach stain. It never goes away, and they'll combat the bleach stain rather than just bleach the whole shirt and just start over. Like if you understand what I'm saying, it's like once you say one thing, you can't combat it. Because if I repute what you just said, it's gonna be 1,001 comments saying, yeah, bro, your brim touched his head. That's why he swung. No, bro, that gave him the luxury. That made him feel better about the situation, a situation that haunted him. Like, yeah, his brim did touch my nose. That's right. You get what I'm saying? Cause that wasn't that. He would have swung on me if I blew a kiss at him, if I hugged him, if I just, cause he seen the situation at hand. He was calculated. Before the battle, he walked up to me. I've never felt this way about any battle in my life. Cause I come from Philly, right? This was the first time where I was actually like, damn, this nigga's trying to fight me. Like, you feel me? I was down in Philly where our faces is smashing each other's face. Like, we about to kiss, we acting this. But with him, it wasn't any friendliness in the beginning. You know, when initially, every time I would battle, because I battled 100 times before him, it's always friendliness before. Even if we're beefing, it's always that mutual love and respect. With him, it felt like he wanted to kill me from the rip. Like it wasn't that. You know what I'm saying? Right. You know how you could have a boxing match with somebody, and before the boxing match, y'all both might obviously you get in the ring with that person, y'all might kick it and smile like Javante was just doing with the dude, how they were in each other's ear laughing. Like they showed each other they were human first. He didn't, like, when I seen him, it just didn't seem he was showing me he was human. It was a different vibe. Yeah, different feels. Like the facade and persona was there. It wasn't like usually when you battle somebody, bro, you see they're human first. You walk up and say, yo, what's up, bro? Yeah, what's going on? Even though they might friendly, you can just feel it. With him, it was just like, bro, I will beat you the fuck up. Like you, like he grabbed me. He's like, yo, like on some Devo shit, yo, come here. See your man over there, bro? I'm a kid, so he talking to me like a kid. Like, see your man, youngin? I'm like, yeah. He like, yeah, don't do that with me. Don't get in my face. I'm like, all right. People don't, see, when you look at stuff in the cameras, right, you like two guys, but I was a child, bro. I was just getting out of high school. This nigga was already a grown ass man. He was like, you feel me? So I'm looking at it and I'm like, damn, I'm in this big city, bright lights, like big stage, smack, I'm shrinking in the moment. I'm like, damn, bro, like everything big as shit. Like, you feel me? So he's like, yeah, bro. All right, youngin, don't get in my face. Like, he gave me that look, like you could, that look of disgust, like. So I'm like, all right, like. So when I'm rapping, I notice him getting close to me now. So I'm sarcastically like, bro, like shaking my head while he rapping, like, oh, bro, you moving up to me, bro. You, all right, so you want to do that? I'm not no bitch. Fuck it. What's up? Yeah, you want to move up to me? Yeah, what's up? That's why you started seeing me shake my head. And after my first verse, it's crazy because everything moves so fast. I could have swore I rapped 2 verses, but I guess I only rapped 1 verse because it was so long. But his anger like was like raging after the first verse, cause he was like, bro, this nigga spitting all this shit and he don't do none of that shit. I could tell he's a little kid, bro. Talking about killing all, like that's what he's saying in his head, like this bitch ass that was shit. Bro, I could end all this right now. That's what he wanted that. So while he rapping, it's that very condescending bully rap. Like, look at this little bitch ass nigga. If I smack him, he'd probably go, like, that's why his rap style was the way it was. It was that people don't understand the dynamic and the science behind all that. It's like I punch him out his chain, like he really punched his hand. He'll probably, yo, get out my face, son. This bitch, like that was what he was ready. Like, man, get out my face, son. You little bitch ass young boy. Like, you little ass kid. Like, that's him. So by me, any tough guy, anything I would have did tough would have set him off. I could have been like this, flagging. Like, who the fuck you flagging? Anything I would have did, cause he was ready for me. He was ready to make a name off me. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro.
What happened after that?
What happened after what?
After the fight broke out, what happened after that? Cause on the camera,
right? He didn't give me no fair one, right? He swung on me. I caught him with a 2-piece, right? But my biggest fear as a kid is getting the shit I hear about New York. You know, the $150s. Getting stabbed and poked. So I did some bitch ass shit. After I socked him, I see a nigga rolling up. I'm like, man, God, please don't have him try to poke me. So I'm like, cause like reality kicking. After you swinging, reality kick. Like, yo, I'm in New York. That shit light bulb just hit me. Damn, I'm in New York. Damn, these niggas poked me. Ain't nobody helping me. I'm like, oh shit. And then he just pushed me in my chest and I fall. And they all start jumping me. Math never fought me one-on-one. He swung on me one time. He hit me one time. And then he hit me in my chest. He didn't even punch. He just like that. And I fell because I felt I was scared to begin with. Like, not just scared of the moment. Like, this nigga's about to stab me. Because all you see is these dudes running towards me. They weren't worrying about my friend. They wanted me. Nobody got jumped but me. I got jumped. And it's crazy because he never talks about it. He never talked about the fact that I turned my head. I remember I was arguing with this kid. This is how fucked up the internet is. I'm arguing with a child whose folks seen it. It's like, yeah, he hit you straight up. Oh, bro, he really hit me with my head turned. The camera never shows it because as soon as he says, get out my face, and I move out the screen, but I'm moving out to take my jacket off to give to my man. And he hit me. That when you see me back up, it's me taking my jacket off. If anybody grew up in the 90s, they know how we roll. When we, take my shit off. Like, hold my jacket. Like, it was that. Hold my jacket, bro. And that's when he caught me, like, bro, it's like, bang! And my reflex was to catch him, swing right back. So it's like, but he only hit me one time with a punch. That was that punch. And then, so, like, if you look, he's, like, trying to grab me. If you slow it down, he's just trying to grab me, and that's all it was. And I wound up getting jumped, and that's all that happened. And after that, I get pushed off stage. What happened to the
people that you went up there with?
Guess they was fighting their own battles, huh? Right? I you know how King Vaughn, how he died. You never let the talent, the star, get hit. I expected different, but. I ain't know them for that long. Maybe if I was their brother, like blood brother or something, it wouldn't have got to that point where a nigga be able to get in my face. Somebody would be like, oh, bro, what? Bro, this my man, bro. No, ain't none of that going on. Yo, continue the battle. Well, I was hoping something like that happens. I came to rap. I ain't come to fight. I could fight in my own hood for all that.
You came up there to chase your dream.
Came to chase my dream. Yeah.
And the crazy thing, I don't think nobody knew that you went up there in the trunk, like, you know what I'm saying, like. Yeah, riding back, I just sit on the floor in the middle of everybody while they had their seats. I'm sitting on the floor. After the fight and everything? Yeah, sat in the middle, in the floor. How was that ride back?
Smack called. Smack was like, yo, you want to drop that? I'm like, drop it? I'm like, damn, man, I want to be on Smack so bad, bro. And Smack was like, yeah, they show you him swinging, you countering, bro. It's a good footage, bro. It should pop. And everybody tell me, yo, put it out, though. Yo, put it out. I guess they want to be on it. I'm like, yeah, all right. I'm a kid being manipulated, you feel me? So I don't know, bro. It was like, it's like, I don't know, bro. It just felt like nobody was ever for me, bro. And that's just how I grew up. I never had nobody for me, cause I grew up no siblings, no cousins. Like, you feel me? So all my siblings were like older than me. So like I grew up by myself. Like, you feel me? So that's just how life was for me. So it was just life. Feel me? Like, I always, you know what I mean? I'm always ride for other people. I'm gonna tell you, that's why I got shot, for ride for other people. You feel me? Cause I got a big heart. You feel me? So yeah.
After that battle, where were you at mentally? You going viral, and
I ain't go viral yet.
You didn't go viral after that?
After that battle, it didn't drop.
Oh, okay.
But my other battles were. Like, me and Brick's battle had just dropped. And they had like 200,000 views in 1 month.
And 200,000 views on YouTube at that time was viral.
In 1 month. So that dropped. And then like a month and a half later, that's when the Mad battle dropped. But that was like a year later. Yeah.
The way that it was portrayed, like this was your first battle.
No, first battle in front of the world. But I was already famous on YouTube. Like, you understand, Philly rappers, we were the first rappers on YouTube. Like, I remember when I first heard of YouTube, Ace Inferno was like, yo, you got a YouTube? I didn't know what that was. In the way he said it, it's like, you got a YouTube? It's like, do I got a YouTube? What's that? We all got YouTubes. I'm like, what's that? And then I was at my man Still crib. I think Madness crib, matter of fact, we was just all going there and stuff, you know, Still Magic and them.
Right.
And they were on a computer. They was like, yeah, see, I got a YouTube. Still got a YouTube. He got a YouTube. Type your name and see if you got a YouTube. I'm like, all right. So I typed my name in. I'm like, oh shit, I got a YouTube too. They was like, yeah, how many views you got? I was like, oh, this shit say I got 16,000. That say I got 25,000. I don't know. Oh, what you gonna call it? He got 50,000 though, right? And nobody knows what that is.
We don't even know what a view is at that time.
Right. So I'm seeing 25, 50,000 on my videos and don't even know what the fuck that is. We all don't know what the fuck it is. That was the strangest time ever, because 50,000 views on a little dirty camera freestyle now is still crazy. So me seeing that, I'm like, okay. And then, but I didn't take it much because I would compare it to my peers. Okay. Like I would look, this video got 80,000 views, but Young Hot got 126,000. I don't know what it is until I moved to Atlanta, and I used to get on the phone 3-4 way with these dudes I didn't even know, right? Because I didn't know anybody in Atlanta. And I met one dude, he knew I rap, and he called me, put me on 3-way, 4-way. This before the internet, really. Like, internet was out, but it wasn't really. It wasn't. This is 2007, 2006. Right? I think 2006. Yeah, 2006. So they tell me, they like, yo, y'all Philly rappers, y'all famous to us. I'm like, for real? It's like, yeah, y'all really famous to us. I'm like, oh shit, I ain't know. See, we don't know that. We live in Philly, we walk around the streets regular, everybody, hey, what's up, regular? Like regular. Nobody says we're famous. So niggas is famous and don't even know it. I didn't know I was famous until 12 years later. No. The Math rematch, how many years? That was like 9 years later? 9 years later. I didn't know I was famous. No matter how many people ask me for pictures, people videotape me, fake friends. I know people will be my friends because I'm those. I just never thought I was famous though. Until 2012. That was like 8 years later, 2012. 8 years later, so.
After that, you started battling more frequently.
With the Math, after the Math battle?
After the Math battle.
Nah, not really.
You wasn't, didn't I see you, was it KOTD? One of those off.
Oh, the rematch?
That's what it was. So, you did the rematch after. You did the rematch. That was your comeback, am I correct?
Yeah, that was like 8 years later though.
8 years later.
Yeah.
So what happened? What was that pause like?
Depression. Cause you gotta understand, when that Mad battle dropped, right? I was probably the first viral video in YouTube history. So my brain capacity can't take that. I don't even know what comments are. I don't even know what anything is. I remember living in Atlanta, and my brother used to he put me on to these New York dudes, right? They had a studio and they was getting money. This old head dude, and my brother wanted them to sign me and look at me. He's like, yo, my little brother, these highs from Philly. And I remember they walked in my brother's barbershop. My brother was a barber, you know, and they walked in with the Smack DVD. They was like, yo, that's you on there. And I'm like, because everybody already blowing my phone up. I'm like, yeah. They like, damn, bro. Damn, son. I'm like, yeah. And I'm talking about, I'm shrinking. Every time they say anything, I'm shrinking, like anxiety, embarrassment, like just like depressed, like, yeah. They like, then my brother was like, it be hard. And I was like, yeah. I'm famous though, right? And the old head who I looked up to was like, yeah, for the wrong reasons. And that fucked me up bad. I'm like, I'm talking about, I went in darkness, black. I mean, talking about lights off in a room, shrinking, dark, all that shit. And the only thing I'm happy is, damn, I thank God I don't live in Philly, man. I ain't getting embarrassed by my city. People ain't gonna be ridiculing me in my city. Thank God I ain't around nobody who know me. Like, this is how I'm thinking, bro. I'm reading YouTube comments. Yeah, fuck those. He a pussy. He don't live nothing. He rat. That nigga's a bitch. I'm like, damn. They don't even know me. Bro, I was rocking. I took my shit off and went to go fight a nigga in his own city. I was really by myself for real. Like, huh? Why? Because when you create a narrative, people will bite it. What I should have done was respond so I could change the narrative, but instead I didn't say anything. So I was letting Math create all the narratives. He was creating his own little videos, run for your life and this and that. So that was steering everybody's perception in that direction. I didn't know that because I'm a child. I don't know the internet. What is the internet? What is YouTube? What is comments? But reading how everybody hates me and this and that as a kid, like I'm a child, bro. Like y'all fucking me up. Y'all bullying, y'all killing me. Y'all about to make me commit suicide. Like y'all got me fucked up right now because y'all don't know me, y'all judging me. It's like, bro, I thought I had heart. I thought I swung back. It was a fight. What the fuck? Why is y'all saying these things? Because the narrative that was created to support Math. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, it took a lot of courage. Like, you feel me? It took a lot. Like, I mean,
why did you decide to do the rematch?
Because I became a man. You saw a kid. You attacked the kid. Now you see a man. Now I'm at you. Now I'm going at you. Now I'm on your ass. You feel me? I ain't that kid. I'll let you have it from the rip.
Now before you took the rematch, you was in an incident. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah. Like I spoke before, like my heart big when it comes to protecting people. So like I don't play about, if I'm with you, I'll get jumped for you. I'll take a bullet for your head. So like shit happened. You know what I mean? I went right at two niggas by myself. Like, what's up? Like, you mean, and I wound up getting shot, you feel me? In my neck. You feel me? But that spoke about my heart for people. That spoke about the love I have for people. You feel me? And God bless everybody, man. So like I ain't got no enemies, you know what I'm saying? But it's just like my heart. Like I wouldn't even take my own back, but for somebody else, I'm going crazy, you feel me? And like that's just how it was, you feel me? Like, cause like even for my brother, like my big brother never knew how I got down. Until one time these niggas tried to jump him, this big ass nigga, and I ran up and put that nigga to sleep. My brother was like, my little brother did that? So I was in that mode. So now somebody, you know what I'm saying, some shit pop off, and I'm the first nigga, I got this shit, you feel me? Like, so now I still take that, even though I got shot, I still take that energy to Math. I had, you know what I'm saying, I was ready for him. I was ready to get him, like, bro, you wanna play? Let's do it. So.
Let me ask you something, Deuce. What's going through your head laying in a hospital bed after being shot?
Oh man, to tell you the truth, bro, I kind of like, I kind of, it was predetermined, me getting shot. It happened for a reason. You know, that day, man, like I said, I've dealt with depression, anxiety, and all that. And I see my life ain't going nowhere. Like, I'm messing up in school. And my girl tell me she pregnant with my second child. And I can't stop smoking cigarettes. So I'm stressing over, damn, I can't stop smoking cigarettes. My girl just told me she pregnant with a second child. So I get on my knees that day. And I'm like, Lord, I don't know if I want to live anymore. Like, cause I'm about to have another child. I'm not ready. I can't fucking put these cigarettes down. Like if I got a reason to live, please show me the day, Lord. If I got a reason to live. And that same day, I get shot in my neck. And the last person to give me a cigarette was the person who shot me. And when I was laying on the ground, right, that's how I know spirits is real, right? That's how I know, right? That's how I know. This is what made me, having empirical experiences is what made me, you know, do so much research and read up on Isaac Newton. You know, because he created a theory of gravity and physics, and it took a mathematical framework to substantiate that theory. So I'm like, man, I know I had some spiritual experiences, but nobody would believe me. So I would have to, just like Isaac Newton came up with the theory of physics and things of that nature, I gotta come up with a theory of spirits to show people this is real. I'm not about to just give a story out and tell you should believe this without anything to substantiate my account. I need a solid premise. So anyway, I got like real spiritual experience, bro, because when I was laying there all black after being shot in the neck, right? It was like all black, bro. I couldn't see shit. I couldn't hear shit. I couldn't move. Couldn't do nothing. I was dead, bro. But I could think. And all I could think was, damn, yo, I'm getting weaker and weaker, yo. I'm dying. Yo, I'm really dying, bro. Like, this shit is real. I'm really dying. Yo, I'm getting weaker. It was like I was drowning. You know how you drown and you just can't get up and you just know in your head, like, damn, I'm drowning. That's how I felt. I'm like, yo, I'm really dying. Yo, these niggas is up, standing up. I'm laying down here. What the fuck, bro? And I'm getting weaker. Oh my God, God, please wake me up. Please wake me up. I'll do anything. God, like, I know I said I didn't want to live today, but I ain't mean I want to live. Like, I still want to pursue my dreams. I want to see my kids. Like, everything moving fast. And some girl who I told that I was having a kid to, this is the kicker. Because if you recall, I asked God to stop me from smoking and give me a reason to live. And the girl said, don't you want to wake up? That's when I started hearing stuff. It's pitch black. And she said, then you tell me you about to have a son. Don't you want to see your son born? And soon as she said that, I woke up. Right? I swear to God on everything. Dude asked me, young boy asked me, yo, you cool? I turned around, swear to God, with the biggest smile on my face, like, I'm good, bro. I know he probably thought I was crazy, like, this nigga just got shot, he's smiling? Bro, I just beat that. Y'all know what the fuck I just left, bro. It was all black. I was dying, bro. I gave up. I tapped out. I said, yo, all right, I'm dead. And then boom, I'm up. Nigga, I'm happy as shit. So niggas coming to me in the hospital, I got the biggest smile on my face. I'm like, what's good, bro? Bro, why you happy? Bro, I just accepted death, bro. I was dead. I'm up, bro. Nigga, you tripping. Nigga, I got part 2. Doctor walk up to me, talking about, yo, if you smoke, don't. You need your neck to heal. I'm like, oh shit, I'm cool. I ain't smoking ever again. That's God answered both my prayers. I call it a painful blessing. Cause the one thing I was depressed about, looking at the glass half full, not half empty, was my son. That was my blessing. But the devil was tricking me and making me think that was my depression. That's how the devil tricks you, bro. I'm like, oh, that nigga smart. Damn. Cause right now, it's my son right here. The very same, like, this is the baby that woke me up. I told him that, he started crying. Like, damn. Like, so I'm like, damn. So when you depressed, it don't be you, it be the devil. He's so crafty. Damn. So God answered both my prayers. He stopped me from smoking it ain't giving me a reason to live. The shit that was making me depressed is the same shit. Is the shit that's making me feel blessed. That is crazy. Wow, that was crazy. That's real.
That changed your life.
Yeah.
That one moment changed your life.
Did it. People will see me in a neck brace and they be looking sad. They don't be fat. I'm happier than I was before this shit. Like, I would tell them that. I'm like, bro, I'm happy as shit. My arm is disabled. Can't move my arm. I had to learn how to move my arm. I'm still like, bro, I'm happy, bro. You don't even dig, bro. If this never happened to me, bro, you don't even know where I'd be. This is my blessing.
How did you build the strength to even want to pursue music after that?
Bro, I was in the studio with a neck brace on. I remember I was in back cave. I remember saying, yo, that was the last shot I shouted out my brother Mo. Because my brother got killed literally a month after I got shot. He got killed June 17th. And I always lose people on the 17th because I was born on the 17th. My baby mom was born on the 17th. Like, you know, rest in peace, my man Fat G's, who died tomorrow. Will be his anniversary. Will be the 17th. And so I got 17 been tatted on my arm a long time ago. Cause like I told you, I'm like on some spiritual shit, bro. Like everything 17 shit. I'm the biggest Eagle fan in the world. You see all Eagle shit, right? What year we first won? 2017. It's like, bro, everything 17, bro. My birthday, everything, bro.
J Dose, let me ask you a question. After paying your dues in this game and going through a lot, do you feel like you got the proper recognition for your craft?
No, I don't think I'm in a proper platform because what I've experienced, the empirical experiences I have, the stuff I experienced, bro, I don't think the devil wants that on his platform. Because all this TV shit is the devil's platform. And he don't want that because I'm going to expose the world. I'm here to expose the world. This is why I got on the biggest stage in the underground world at the time, and a dude had to swing on me. We don't do stuff. It's not a battle between flesh and blood. It's a battle between spirits and demons, man. Somebody jumped in that man and made him swing on me, bro. Because J Dose is somebody. I'm not real, bro. I'm somebody, bro. When I got in the hospital and got shot in my spine, I can show you on my phone, bro. I'm not supposed to be living or even walking. Bro, I was more famous in the hospital than I was in Philly after the smack drop. I walked in the hospital, they all like, yo, that's him. Like, I'm like, yo, that's him. Like, when I was laying in the hospital bed, 11 doctors came up to me, white coats. Bro, you be happy if one white coat show up in your hospital. You be waiting, right? You ever went in the hospital, you had to wait like 12 hours to see a doctor.
Right.
They all came up to me. Talking about, yo, move your hand, move your leg, move your toes. Yo, what the fuck? Bro, I got bullets stuck in my C2 vertebrae. I'll show you on my phone, bro. If you think I'm capping, tweaking, bro, I don't know what the fuck I am, bro. Like, this.
And that process in the hospital was hard.
Bro.
Learning how to move.
Bro, they didn't know how to talk to me because they never seen nothing like it. They never seen someone get shot in the spine, in the C2 vertebrae, and can move, let alone living. They like, what do we do with this, bro? Look at this shit, bro. Look at this shit, bro. Anybody you know that's shot in the spine, they paralyzed, bro. How I got bullets sitting there, bro? Right before it hits my spinal cord, bro. It just stopped. The exact same spot where I asked God to stop me from smoking was my neck. That's the only thing that could stop me smoking. The last person to give me a cigarette was the person that shot me in my neck. Bro, it's just be too coincidental, bro. Like, real right.
They say it's power, it's power, you know, in the tongue.
Death is in the tongue. You speak it is no tongue.
Life or death, exactly.
And I said that in my rap right before I got shot. And I could hear it. Cause I kept saying I didn't want to live that night. I was walking to come from I was in my man's studio making a song. I don't want to live no more. Like I was like, I'm convinced I don't want to live. And then I got to perform in this bar where I was shot at. And I remember it had nothing to do with what I'm saying, but I said a line about death is in the tongue. But I said something else though. I was like, they say death is in the tongue. I got no choice but to kill the pussy. but I could hear the deaf and the tongue part. That was telling me something. It's like, watch what you say. Because boom, right after I left out of there, 5 minutes later, I'm shocked. Because I was X and I didn't want to.
When you got shot, you said it was pitch black.
Mm-hmm.
That's that thing that people that have near-death experience, they say it's the outer darkness. Was there any familiar faces? Was there
no, it wasn't
any
none of
sad
that.
songs?
It wasn't none of that. I was conscious, bro. Conscious. All right. Example. Say if I turn this light off, right? All these lights off. It's gonna be nothing but pitch black, right? And I give you some earmuffs so you don't hear nothing. Now and I tie your arms down, tie your legs down where you can't move. So the only thing you can do is think. That's it. I don't know how to explain it because when you're asleep, you're not conscious. And if somebody knocks you out with a punch, you're not conscious, even though you're unconscious. But I was conscious. That's how I could still remember my thoughts so vividly. And all I could remember is me panicking, like, yo, please, like, yo, get up. But I couldn't hear nothing.
Like sleep paralysis.
Yes, but with sleep paralysis, you can still see. I couldn't see, bro. I think it's comatose. I might have to do my research and look up what comatose is exactly. But they say when you're dead, your brain still is working. It'll still be working for like a whole hour or so. I don't know. But they say that like when you die, your brain still works. And I seen something about that. I don't know what was going on, bro, but I had already accepted. I was panicking, then I got so weak to the point where I just accepted death. Cause I remember I almost drowned one time and a girl saved me. And it was the same feeling. Like I jumped in a 14-foot pool when I was like 13 or whatever. And I'm fighting, trying to get up to the top. And I'm like, man, fuck it, I'm dead. And the girl grabs me like, oh shit, thank you, Katrina. Like, that's how I felt. I'm getting weaker and weaker and just, you know what I mean?
Dose, do you feel that you're here for a purpose?
I don't know, bro. I don't know who I am. I told my mom that. My mom like, you a prophet. Because I had spiritual experiences. Like, I just told you about that. I got experience where I stopped I ain't gonna say his name because I said that. He called me because it went viral on TikTok. I said this. I wanted to give it to a platform, but a family member who came in and he was a little on or whatever. And he shook my hand and he was like, yo, bro, and he wanted to commit suicide, right? So I'm like, yo, man, sit down. Let's have this talk, man. You got a beautiful family, man. You got a lot to live for. And I got attacked by a spirit. I might sound crazy, bro. I'm very coherent, bro. I ain't no tweaker. None of that, bro. Like, the most coherent person you probably meet, bro. Most logically connected person you probably meet, bro. And I talked him out of committing suicide, right? He old head, whatever. He like in his 50s, so he still was tampering with that hard shit. And as I'm talking to him, I felt something getting angry. And the shit attacked me and shit. And mind you, I'm not seeing shit, not hearing shit, none of that. I felt this shit. That's how I know I ain't hallucinating, I ain't hearing shit. I ain't hearing nothing, I ain't seeing nothing, I ain't hallucinating. I'm like, what drug make you? I don't even take drugs. What the fuck? And it's like, I'm not schizophrenic. I don't have constant patterns of shit happening to me. I'm not even superstitious for real. Like, you feel me? So like, what the fuck? The shit, and I'm like, yeah, that same shit, that same negative spirit that made me not want to live, made him and got angry at me for talking him out of it. The next morning he seen me, and he like, yo, brother, man, thank you, you saved me. I'm like, yo, do you remember what happened last night? He's like, no. I'm like, I was out. I'm like, yo, bro, something the fuck attacked me, bro. I felt this shit was going through my body. It chased me up the steps. And that's not the first time it happened. The first time it happened, he called me to read me a Bible scripture. And my brother Mo, he used to tamper with like, cause I ain't American. My mom Haitian, whatever. My dad Haitian too. He Haitian, half Syrian, whatever. And my mom told me that he messed with the devil, whatever. Like, and my brother, he started tampering with some shit too. And I remember my brother-in-law called me or whatever, And he was like, I'm gonna read your Bible scripture. I'm like, yo, bro, like my brother ain't want me to tell nobody this shit though. But as soon as I said, but the phone hung up. So I got spooked. I'm like, oh, all right, I might be out this crib because this shit a little spooky. I get up and walk to the door, so yank me back. And that's when I knew, yeah, bro, something out here. And it's like, that's why I started doing so much research on Isaac Newton. You know, law of physics, and he had to create a new mathematical framework to substantiate the law of physics, which was calculus. It's the principles of motion and change. Like I learned all that shit because I'm like, I ain't no crazy motherfucker. I ain't about to be, ooh, no. I'm gonna find out how to scientifically prove this shit. I'm gonna figure this shit out because this shit is real. I'm not a tweaker, so I'm gonna study on Pierre Simon Laplace and I'm going to dig up Socrates and Aristotle and see their philosophies and see what I could connect with what. Like seriously, because for me to experience that, and for like Isaac Newton, when an apple fell from the tree, and that's what sparked this idea for the theory of gravity. And it's like, all right, the apple fell from the tree for him, but me, something attacked me. You know what I'm saying? So this can ignite something, bro. It's like, who am I? What am I here to figure out? Like, you feel me, bro? So like, anybody going through depression, man, going through anxiety, just know it's not you. That's what I could tell them, and that's why I ain't supposed to be on a platform to tell people that. Because we're in a world where it's pervasive, it's ubiquitous. Everybody's going through some type of anxiety. Mental health is at an all-time high right now, man. And that's what the world don't want to be heard, man. That it's not you. You're not thinking those thoughts, man. You know what I mean? They're gonna prescribe you medication or whatever case may be. And once you off the medications, or once you don't take those medications, now you're feeling even worse. You're feeling even more overwhelmed with anxiety and depression. Don't even fuck with the medication. Just know, like when you feel like the glass is half empty, I mean, just know it's really half full. Like, you feel me? And that's what J-Dose is for. Like, I'm here to change the world, like somehow, some way, because I know for sure that it's these spirits that's manipulating us to make us feel fucked up in life. Like life ain't beautiful. Like all this bullshit that man created and shit is what makes us happy. Bro, when man started, it was ass naked. It was nothing. We created shit to make us depressed. All of depression is man-made depression. Cause we came here ass naked. You know what I'm saying? We born alone. We die alone, but some fucking reason we feel like we can't live alone. You feel me? Like real shit, man. I learned solitude and seclusion is the best answer for some shit, bro. You don't always need somebody, bro. You don't always need money. You don't always need jewelry, bro. That's not where happiness comes from, bro. Happiness comes from love, bro. Love from your family, your kids, your mother, your pop, whoever the case may be. That's real happiness, bro, because I done had a lot of shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't give a fuck about it, bro. But none of that shit made me happy. You feel me?
My last question, Dose. What is one thing no one know about you, but they should?
What I just explained, man. You know what I'm saying? J-Dose is a genuine person, and I'm gonna change the world one day, man. I don't know how, but the information I have, man, is not meant to be on a big platform. That's why so many ways that I'm being blackballed. And when they say blackball, they think it's the industry. No, man, that's the devil, man. You know what I'm saying? When the devil got kicked out of heaven, he ran the music department. Feel me? He don't want his genuine souls in the game, bro. He want every disgusting, nasty motherfucker in front of us. That's because you know, rap is the largest voice in urban youth. You know, it's what it's what structures the way our kids think, structures the way we think. And people don't know how the effect music has on our vibration, on our energy frequencies and things of that nature, man. It's definitely a drastic impact on us, man. We don't even realize it. So, like, I'm the person they don't want, man, in front of the camera. I'm the person they don't want on a platform because I'm gonna speak the truth and I'm gonna change the world somehow. You feel me? Because, like, when you look at me, you look at J-Dose as a regular person. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of motherfuckers who be talking the shit I be talking, they be looking wacky. Let's keep it big. They be looking like hippies. They be like, nah, dude, the isolate, the spirits. Like, no, when you look at me, you be like, damn, there's a regular nigga saying this shit. This ain't one of these weird, wacky motherfuckers. No, it's a tatted up, regular hood nigga speaking this shit. Yes. You feel me? And that's what they fear. A real nigga speaking that shit. Not no wacky, out of loony toony nigga that's saying, you know, bro. Like, I'm not even superstitious, bro. It took for something, shit that happened to me twice for me to believe it. At the first, I'm like, oh, I was probably tripping. You feel me? Like, real rad. So learn life. We are not alone. And just because the law of physics was created, man, we shouldn't be confined. We shouldn't just be within the confines of the laws of physics, because there's another set of laws that we have yet to discover yet in this world. They thought they thought Isaac Newton was crazy when he was coming up with his theory and things of that nature. Believe me, it's other laws, bro. Like, don't say you believe in God, and when niggas start talking about spiritual shit, you start saying, oh no, you tweaking. God is a spirit. What the hell, bro?
I know that was my last question, but I definitely want to ask you this. Do you believe in life after death?
It's crazy. After what happened to me, and what can explain what goes on, why like kids die, why people have so many horrific experiences in life, the only thing that could justify, make things feel like, oh, this is why this happened, is like a baby died. All right, now that baby's gonna be born in a better life. That's the only thing that can explain a baby dying. It's like, all right, baby died, but now baby died because he was in a poor, horrific environment, very deplorable environment. Now he's born in more wealthy, more stable environment. That's the only thing that can explain that. You know what I'm saying? Cause you be like, damn, you see somebody die in a helicopter, a little kid get hit by a car and die, you be like, what make me better than that person? What make me better than that person? Like, real rap. So the only thing I could come up with that is, man, have a beautiful life in their next life. Because I know when I was born, I already knew I was in a journey. Like, that's what made separate me from a lot of people. Like, I'm 3 years old. I remember I was potty trained. 2 years old. Like, I could really remember vividly all that, bro. And I couldn't remember that, like, me thinking like, this is the beginning stages of life. This is the infancy of life. This is when I'll learn. I remember when I turned 6, I'm like, all right, I'm smarter than I was when I was 5. So it's like, the only thing that can explain these horrific deaths, these deplorable lives that some of us have lived, is like, we gonna be like born to something better.